You've been performing so long you forgot where the character ends and you begin. You look in the mirror and there's someone there, functional, presentable, saying the right things, but you don't recognize them. You don't know if you ever did. That face has been shaped by so many hands, so many expectations, so many versions of who you were supposed to be, that the original has been buried alive. And now you're standing in the ruins of your own identity, searching for something that might not exist anymore. This isn't a phase. This isn't burnout you can sleep off, or a bad week you can recover from. This is the slow, creeping realization that you've been living someone else's life with your body, your time, your years. You became what your family needed. You became what your partner wanted. You became what your career demanded. You became what your friends expected. And in the process of becoming all of these things, you stopped becoming yourself. The worst part, you can't even remember when it happened. There was no single moment of betrayal, no dramatic breaking point. It was 1,000 small concessions. 1,000 times you swallowed your truth to keep the peace. 1,000 times you edited yourself to fit into rooms that were never built for you. And now you're fluent in a language that isn't yours, living in a story you don't remember writing. You scroll through your own photos and feel like you're looking at a stranger's life. Who is this person smiling at brunch? Who is this person celebrating achievements that feel hollow? You hit every milestone they told you to chase and the finish line keeps moving. And you keep running. And somewhere along the way you became a ghost in your own existence. The ancient philosophers knew this terror intimately. They understood that the self is not a fixed thing you're born with. It's something you build, something you choose, something you can lose. They knew that society is a machine designed to smooth out your edges, to make you predictable, to turn you into a function rather than a person. They called it different things across different eras, but the wound is the same. The slow death of authenticity under the weight of obligation. And here's what no one tells you. This loss of self isn't a personal failure, it's a design feature. You were taught from birth that love is conditional, that belonging requires performance, that your worth is measured by your usefulness to others. So you learned to hide the parts of yourself that didn't fit. You learned to smile through your exhaustion. You learned to say, "I'm fine," when you were disappearing. You became so good at being what others needed that you forgot how to be anything else. But underneath all that performance, underneath all those masks, there's a pressure building, a rage, a grief. The real you, the one you buried to survive, is still down there, suffocating, screaming to be seen. And that's what this feeling is. That's why you don't recognize yourself anymore. Because the person you see in the mirror isn't you. It's the composite sketch of everyone's expectations, and it's killing you to maintain the illusion. So what now? How do you find yourself when you don't even know what you're looking for? Here's the truth they won't tell you. You don't find yourself. You excavate yourself. You have to go back through every layer of performance, every mask you put on to survive, every version of yourself you killed to be loved, and you have to ask the only question that matters. What did I want before I learned to want what they wanted? What did I love before I learned to love what was safe? Who was I before I became afraid of who I was? This isn't a journey of discovery. It's a journey of archaeology. You're digging through the sediment of other people's voices, other people's dreams, other people's fears that you internalized as your own. And it's brutal work, because every layer you peel back reveals another lie you told yourself, another compromise you made, another piece of your soul you sold for acceptance. But here's what happens when you finally reach bedrock. You find that the self you're looking for isn't some perfect, complete thing waiting to be discovered. It's a question mark. It's a possibility. It's the terrifying freedom of admitting you don't know who you are because you finally stopped pretending to be who you're not. And in that admission, in that surrender, there's a strange kind of peace. Because once you stop defending the false self, once you stop maintaining the performance, once you let the masks fall, you realize that not knowing who you are is the first honest thing you've felt in years. It's not the answer, it's the beginning of the real question. And maybe that's enough. Maybe the point isn't to find yourself. Maybe the point is to stop being anyone else.